we're going live. We're going.
That would be the funniest thing. One else is like, and we're live.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, and the peen.
Can we name this code who the F is selling?
Yeah, literally.
No, but Sticks, go on. I interrupt.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like, yeah, just and then obviously got lucky with our lady friends, so didn't have to.
That doesn't count.
That's
no,
that
okay.
count.
Oh, okay.
I thought it
then
counted.
it was.
No,
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought
that's-
releasing the valve in general counted, but
Yeah.
That's full retention there. We're talking. He's talking no fat. Not if you have a. Not if you have a cell.
Valve.
Oh my god.
Oh, then it probably was like 2.5 weeks.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Even better.
Such a failed attempt, though. What's the longest? Who's done like a really long one?
I did one for a month.
Yeah,
I
a
did a
month is
month.
like the last.
But like,
the
are you
longest.
counting? Are you counting like with your girlfriend? Or?
No,
Nah,
just pure month.
nah. Like,
bro, I don't know.
So like
Yeah.
nothing for a month.
yeah, but like, I reckon I almost died.
I feel like there's benefits. I feel like there's benefits for like a week or two, and then like it just becomes stupid after that. I feel like.
Yeah, because I feel like
You actually
like you get the testosterone increase. And all
Yeah,
of a sudden
you do.
feel like you just feel
It's
like
good
a
for you.
female.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's not good, obviously, if you're fucking doing it like 2 times a day, but like every day. But like, it's good if you're doing it like once.
What's wrong with
week or
that?
something, I don't know. Actually, 2 times a day isn't even that bad. I feel like
When you
That's
hit like
great.
5
Anyone-
times in like
it's
in
bad.
a
No,
night,
it's-
then that's bad.
it's bad, but like I feel like it's like easily doable. Like, say you like had work, you just do it before work, and then you go home.
Oh yeah, it's doable, but I don't know.
It's like doable.
Sorry.
Work.
The way one else said,
Just wake up.
Oh, you do 5 times in a night. That's bad. And was like, I wouldn't know.
I think Sticks. I think you're
Nah.
right. I think when you do it out of boredom, that's when it gets a bit like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're just sitting in your bed and you just like look. You just look down at your peen and you're just like, yeah.
Nah, the worst is like when you put on
Why
a
not?
short and the short's going the other way.
Christ.
Wait, what'd you say, Wonel?
when you put on a short and then the short's going the other way, and you're just watching your P&L just like getting close to your liquidation point. So then you distract yourself.
Release the tension. Yeah, good.
You gotta do it, man. You gotta
Oh
do it.
god, that's so funny.
I have never done that, I swear.
Bullshit.
Oh fuck.
This is all hypotheticals.
Yes.
Right?
Are we
for
live?
sure.
Are we
Yeah,
live?
yeah, we're live. We're live. It's like no one here yet, so we're good. we good.
Okay.
Oh, when did we go live? 1L? That's it.
A little bit ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe that one doesn't make the cut.
Seriously,
Yeah.
how good was the Poad that we did with Dark? That was.
I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah, that was lit.
We need to get some more special guests.
that was
we don't have
really
any
good.
today?
No.
Yeah, Smoothie
No,
had a
they're all
date with his
busy.
girlfriend.
Yes, a date.
A
Girlfriend.
belated Valentine's Day. So
Yes. Yes, I wouldn't know.
Oh, it's okay, Sticks. It's okay.
Gonna be alone forever in this cold, dark world.
Dude, you're like 7 foot with like 7 figures. How the hell could you come to that conclusion?
No, it's yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
all right.
All right.
Maybe we should
Let's
start
do
the
it.
real Poad now.
Yeah. All right. We'll start the real Poad now. No more retention speak.
Retain.
Okay. One
In
of
your bags.
this is your cue when you're listening to this and you're editing it. This is when we're starting the Poad.
Okay, thank you.
You
from-
gotta leave
from
in.
this point.
You gotta leave it in.
Yeah, you gotta have some bloopers.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to Le Poad, everyone. How we doing?
We
To be
good?
back.
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
literally Saturday shit talking today, so kind of just very unstructured. I guess we'll just speak about things that have happened.
Pretty sure we didn't even structure anything. Usually we have like a few dot points beforehand, but like we're just gonna free roll.
There's no dot points this time, guys. So strap in. It's gonna
We
be.
are going to talk about Styx's diet, though. Dark made us very concerned about the
he
Bonnie
did.
and Chibbin sandwich.
Oh no, I need to watch this. You gotta tell me what part of the Poad
And
it was on.
and
I
Monster
wanna rewatch
Ultras.
it.
Yeah, right at
and
the
Monster
end.
No, okay. Just to be clear, I bought 2 slabs of Monster Ultras like 2 or 3 months ago. I haven't actually finished the first slab. So like I'm literally doing like 1 monster every 3 days at this point. It's all G, guys. It's all G. But there was a point where I was doing like 2 a day.
I've had patches where I will have like just 1 a day for a couple of days.
Yeah,
I'm like, this
I've
has
done
to
it as well.
stop. I'm like,
It's
oh.
yeah. I mean, they're
You-
not. I can't tell like with monsters. They're very like obviously they raise your heart rate a bit, but like it's
definitely not good.
I
But,
can't.
like-
Yeah, I mean it's not good, but I don't think it's like terribly bad. It is if you're having 2 a day, I think. But
The zero sugar bit is what makes
Yeah.
me feel okay about it. I'm like, oh well, there's no sugar because the sugar causes that little crash
Yeah.
where you kind of feel like shit and you're just like, ugh.
yeah.
Bro, calories over cancer, bro. That's all that matters.
No, I've read lots of research papers on what's it called, aspartame or whatever the fuck it's
Yeah,
called.
or whatever the fuck it is.
It's safe. It's safe.
It's safe as.
I think
It's so much better for you than nailing sugar in, I reckon.
I think
You
it's, I
guys-
think it's
Sorry, do you guys ever think that once you hit like a significant amount of money, you think, oh, I better start taking my health a bit more seriously so I
fuck
can
no.
actually spend it?
Yes.
I would say that, but then it's like I'd probably just become more retarded with more money that I get. I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think I'm leaning towards that hentai vendor trajectory if I make like a fuckload of money this
100%.
cycle.
100%.
But yeah, it's not good. This
here
could be
for it.
like the worst thing that ever happened to me, but we'll see.
Oh dear.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll try to keep a level head though. Try to
Nice.
stay healthy.
Happy for you.
Yeah. Anyways, what topics we're gonna roll with today?
Well, I think
We
we got the bored apes just absolutely
Oh,
down
Oh,
bad.
no.
oh,
Oh yeah, I saw Jeebus just absolutely going a ham at him. That was so funny.
Bro, what the fuck is Yuga doing? Like,
I know.
like not only are they just not doing anything for the apes, they fucking buy moonbirds. Like fucking moonbirds.
It's actually cooked. Like I saw a post with the apes, and it was like we're going back to our like original like structure. Like it was like starting in 2024, we're going back to our roots or whatever. Like for the apes, I'm like, what does that even mean? Like,
Dude,
what roots?
yeah, I know. It's like we're going back. Yeah, I know. Like we're going back to our original. Like what? Like what are you guys doing? Like are you doing
Dude,
anything?
Clouded posted a banger. It was like, it just literally read, "This is like if LVMH acquired Crocs." And I was like, fuck
seriously,
yeah.
seriously, yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that's so true. Oh my god.
So, and then not only that, Kevin Rose becomes a
Oh,
fucking advisor
An
to the company.
advisor.
Oh, I saw that. Disgusting.
Dude, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, these guys just don't get this space at all. I swear to God.
There's still time. They can exchange their ape for a penguin, and they'll literally still get like 3 ETH in return.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's still time.
It's still
Still
time.
time. Soon you'll only be able to like. Soon you'll have to sell your ape, and then you have to add on a bit extra. So we'll see.
Yeah, shit, man. Like, I'm surprised there wasn't like more of a sell-off today on
Yeah.
the apes. But yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
it's
bad
kind of
for 'em.
crazy how. Yeah, no, I at this point, like, I mean, I always joke around the apes. I hate them. I think they're ugly. But like at this point, like, I actually feel bad with what fucking Yuga are doing. Like, it's just such a fucking shit show for them.
Yeah.
They're not like giving them anything, and it's like these things are like 22 ETH a pop. Like, they're not fucking cheap, and they're just like not even helping them out or like doing anything to make them build a better community.
Yeah, for sure. They've
Pretty
got like
fucked.
such a bad rep now. Like anytime I see an
Yeah.
FPFP, like it's just automatically think it's a scammer or like some sort of
Yeah,
fake account.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I always associate apes with like the bot account scammers. Like, whereas other NFT projects, it's like a penguin is never like a bot, like generated fucking account that is trying to scam you through like a connect your wallet fucking.
I have been
It'll
seeing a
start
few
though.
recently. No, I have been
Yeah,
seeing
I
a
had
few.
one.
Yeah, I've
Actually,
had a
there
few.
was. I forgot who's the dude who does it. He's like the safety officer for
Oh yeah,
Ambient.
Bo.
Yeah, he's been like, I
He's on a
saw he
roll.
did a, dude. He's so good. Oh my god. But yeah, he did do a few posts on a few scammers. So
Yeah, I had
that's
a
what happens
little-
when you get big, I guess.
Dude, he's
I
like
had
a
a little
former
Pudgy
CIA
scammer.
officer. The fuck? What?
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
are you being dead set?
Yeah, dead
Oh, we
set.
found the Fed.
Oh, what? I thought you were joking.
No, legit.
What the fuck?
What a
That's so
legend.
cool.
What a
Oh my god,
legend.
we have a CIA in real life penguin. That's so sick.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh my
fucking
God.
dope.
Yeah,
Because he's
dude's-
he's like really structured with how he does things, and I'm like, this guy knows what he's doing.
yeah, he finds these people
That's-
pretty quick. And
Yeah,
then-
he's a full detective. I love it.
actually, do you know
He's an
what? Like
on-chain detective.
the way I always pick it out, whenever you see like a bio that has like these like separator lines and then like calls out like the number of like their NFT, like it's always like just a father or like some sort of like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
innocent thing, and then it's like something
Innocent
stupid
thing.
after that, and it's like, bro, you guys are fucking scammers.
Yeah, that's so true. They just got such a bad rap at this point. And I remember I remember the Penguins did like a Pudgy event in like Miami or whatever. And I saw like there was videos of it, and I saw there was actual females there. Like, believe it or not. There was actual girls there. Like and like there was a decent amount
What?
of them. How is that
What?
possible? I've never
What?
seen a girl at an NFT.
Anything's possible when you pay people.
True. But yeah, no, the wholesome penguins, they relate to lots of people.
Do we want to do some reflection on the previous pod we had with Dark?
Yeah, can you guys fill me in, please? Please give me.
Well,
the
What did you
alpha.
get out of it, Z? What did you pick up from it?
Well, a lot of the combo we had, I was already kind of talking to him about on Monday, but I don't know, the way he approaches his trades,
Mhm.
he explained that very well, and I took
Yeah.
that. I had to listen to it again after because in the
mm.
moment you kind of can't take it all in. But
Yeah.
how he doesn't really look at the price at all.
Like thesis
I
based
think that's
investing.
very
Only.
underrated. Like not looking
Thesis
at the
only.
price.
Mm.
Yeah, that was probably my
I
main
know.
takeaway.
I know what's his name. Smartestmoney.eth. He's like a top
Oh, yeah.
trader on Binance.
He's great.
He's got a very unique trading style compared to like a lot of other traders where they'll cut. But if he has like a thesis, like I remember he had an I think it was an ETH BTC long or something, and he was down 50 BTC on that position in like whatever that is in US dollars terms,
Shit.
which is crazy. Like most people would have cut like well before that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he has no stop losses, and he adds to his positions like if he's down on them, which is kind of crazy. Whereas I usually see top traders like they cut really
Not
early.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, like if they feel like they're wrong, they'll just cut. Whereas he's like Turbo has very strong convictions, which is very different. But yeah,
Not looking at price is a good way. And I used
Yeah.
to be very much, oh, it's $1. This can go to 50. You know, I know I wouldn't buy something if it was $10 because it's like, oh, it can only go so much further. But I mean, if you see things like, for example, Tau and stuff, this is when I didn't understand market cap, for example. But even not even thinking about market cap, just not worrying about price and just thinking about thesis is, that's something I really liked.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Wonel? What did you get out of it?
Like selfishly, like the similarities between like his life story and like how he got to where he is like really similar to me. And he's kind of like where I want to be. So that was the like one of the biggest things I took from it, and I'm actually going to jump on a call with him tonight and just
Well,
sort of
what
talk.
did he say?
Nice.
Like, was it like a quick rundown?
Yeah,
Did he-
so he's a mechanical engineer, worked for
Oh,
Jaguar, quit his job to try and be a pilot, saved up a bunch of money to try and be a pilot, got divorced as well, similar to me.
oh wow, he's actually quite similar to you.
Yeah.
The UK
but then,
version.
yeah, I didn't want to be a pilot. I did at one point in time
No.
for like
Yeah.
a week, but yeah. Anyway, but he's now like interning for Tangent and that. But like my biggest thing was like, you know, when you've got a career and you're making decent money and all of that, like how do you pivot to something like that and take that like leap of faith? And obviously,
yeah, it's difficult.
He had the pilot thing, so like he kind of already did that, and then when that went bad because of COVID, it was like easier for him to like pivot away. But I still think ultimately like there is like one of the things I always was concerned about was like if I did want to pivot, like my skill set is around engineering, right? Like do a lot of capex, do a lot of like budget management stuff, but like how do I translate that to where some crypto company might want to hire me? If I'm not a coder, like I can code, but I'm not a coder.
Yeah.
And but
Yeah.
like he's obviously done it, so I'm
Mm.
you know, it's given me some inspiration that like okay, maybe there is a chance for me to do something different and sort of chase something that I'm more passionate about than rather than just chasing the salary.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, that's good.
I
What
wrote
about
that.
you, Thomas?
Oh, dude, all of it was I don't know, the whole thing. I was kind of like in asking questions mode, and I still haven't like listened back to it, but the takeaways from like more of a technical standpoint of like charting heading into bull markets for me, I was like, oh, that's good. Yeah, stuff around avoiding price as well was huge because I feel like I'm always victim to unit bias where I'm like, oh, $100, and even
Yeah,
though
but
the
I
market
used to be
cap
like
low,
that.
like I still do it, even like just adding to certain positions that I know are really good and I have a thesis on, but I'm like, oh, that's like twice what I paid for it before. Oh, maybe I'll just ape a shitcoin instead. And it's like, that's so dumb.
I had that
classic
issue.
example.
It was really good to be like, oh, okay, like tune out if you have thoughts and you can justify them and like, you know, you can kind of cross-reference them with other people that you respect in the market, then you're probably going to be all right. Just keep going. Yeah.
I had that issue with the unit bias issue with Tau actually, like so true. Like I was you think about like it when it's like, you know, $200 USD per coin. If it was, you know, $50 but at the same market cap, I'd think about it so much differently.
Yeah, you actually
which is kind of crazy. Yeah, like, and I'm still like a victim of it, and I know it like means nothing because it doesn't mean anything. It can go to like we watched Pandora the other week go to like 20,000. It does not mean a single thing, but it just like it puts you off. If like right now the price is like $600, like oh god, like $600 USD for one coin. Whereas if it was like if they just did like a coin split, stock split, whatever the fuck it's called, if it was like $60, it'd be so much different. And that kind of fucks you up in a bull market with some certain coins that are actually really good project. Like this is the top AI project at the moment we're talking about, and it could well and truly go to, you know, tens of billions. It's already at like 4 billion, I think, or something, 5 billion or whatever it is, but it can go a lot higher. And yeah, these are the things that kind of fuck you in a bull market. And 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like
people
have that issue with DMT right now because they see $17 and think that it's really expensive, but it's only $17 million market cap FDV. So.
Exactly. Like you think it would be, you know, it's we have this problem because we look at we associate the price action with like meme coins. Like you look at Doge, you look at like coins like WIF, like all those dog, like Pepe, all those coins that have such like small unit bias. It's just like, it's kind of crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. On the opposite side, I almost like don't bid coins that are like a trillion zeros and then a cent because I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, no,
I can't be fucked.
I'm like in the middle.
Up. Yeah. I like, it's weird. I will go towards like kind of rounder numbers that are like low cents, $1. Yeah.
Why I like
I'm like, oh, that's a good buy. It's like, it's $1 billion market cap. Calm down. But I'm like, $1.20.
That's why I like
That's
the beer so much, because it was
Yeah.
like, it was $5 and I could like visualize in my head, oh, $5 to $100. Like imagine that, you know?
Yeah,
I think
But,
that's
like it would have been difficult to visualize.
That's why
triple
Whips.
digit playbook is the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
Coins that go to
100%.
triple digits, like
Yeah.
Sol Luna AVAX. Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it's almost
It's
like it was
perfect.
written in stone.
It's arguably probably the best one. I prefer it over like even like the 20-cent, 30-cent ones. I like if they're in, like under $10 and you can visualize it to like 100. Even though this is such a stupid conversation, it literally means nothing. If the coin's good, it'll go up regardless. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why Whiff's
What about you?
so good.
Mm.
Yeah, Swiss. What about you? What did you take from it?
I'm a little bit heartbroken that he doesn't think Kevin's worth 2,000 ETH. Put a lot of effort into that thesis, obviously.
Or
What did I
Kevin's
get
just
out of
going to
it?
sit in your wallet forever, man.
What did I get out of it? The going all in way that he explained that. So he was like, did I want to put 5K in, or did I want to go in with much larger size and try and make something of this? I think like that decision is a hard one for people to make, and I think it can like span across a lot of different sectors in people's lives. And I think that the fact that he made that conscious decision with not necessarily knowing the outcome is quite good. And I would say that sometimes that extends to like, and I can probably give an example, is like investing. Like there's so many promising sectors in the space where sometimes you feel like you need to own all of them, but that's not where like the money's made. The money's made in like going all in on a thesis, backing yourself, and
Absolutely.
and then reaping the rewards of that. And I think to some degree, to add on to that was when he was talking about like, oh, you've put the hard work in, you've got your invalidation from a price perspective. Now just let the market tell you what it needs to tell you. And I think that level of learning is quite easy to sort of analyze on paper, but quite hard to put into practice. So I got a lot of respect for Dark to be able to do that, and I think that's a pretty big takeaway from doing that. Yeah.
That's actually a very good point in terms of where you make most of your money on concentrated bets. I saw a good post actually the other day. It was from the at the Rational Aussie, aka the Aussie Michael Saylor. Yeah, he did a post about Buffett and how he made most of his money, and he made most of his money just off a few single positions. But he advises people to diversify their wealth, whereas he only started diversifying his wealth once he actually made it, because it preserves wealth. So you don't actually make any money from diversification. It's actually a good way of preserving wealth. So like say I made, 10, 20, $30 million, it'd be pretty smart to put it into an index fund or something like that to preserve it. Whereas you're never going to make money. You're never going to get rich doing that. So you want to find a thesis and bet on it. It's the only way to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, bet big. That's the only way.
Yeah.
It's easy to fall into that trap though of I want to earn a bit of every coin, because everyone does it when they first start. Everyone buys.
100%.
I've seen some altcoin like CoinSpot portfolios. It's just too easy to go, what's this coin? Oh, this is cool. I'll just buy 1,000 of this. I'll buy 1,000 of that. Buy 1,000 of this, and they end up having 20 altcoins in their CoinSpot.
And it's actually not diversification, because the
Not at
problem
all.
with crypto is if Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down.
Exactly.
So it's just a stupid thing. Okay, it might work in TradFi to protect your purchasing power or whatever if you're buying certain sectors in certain types of times during a cycle, but it's just stupid in terms of doing that in crypto. The best thing to do with crypto is to have 3, 4, 5 positions, and bet big on each of them.
Yeah, and those people that have 20 altcoin positions, when one of their altcoin positions start mega pumping, they'll often cut like 5 or 6 of their other ones and move it into that one, and then that one will go down.
Yeah,
it just
terrible.
Caveat, what about like smaller altcoins that you've identified as part of like a broader thesis of like pre-sex listing kind of alts?
Oh yeah, I don't even consider them as part of my portfolio.
Yeah, me either. They're more like betting on. Like I, for instance, when I punted on Pandora, I didn't even consider that. Like when I put money in it, I considered it like if I lose this money, like it's like, oh well, I'll
It's
lose
not
this
even,
money.
I don't even.
It's
count
not even
them in that.
real. I don't even count it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd view them as like lottery tickets, like literal lottery
Yeah,
tickets.
same.
Mm.
Yeah, they're literally just lottery tickets. If they're like launched 2 days ago or something, like I don't really care.
Yeah, I feel
If
like
they
that
pump, like it's good as. But
on that same note of what like Swiss brought up before, like that conversation around like going all in was like the same sort of thing, like with the career talk that I was thinking about when I was asking him that question. It was like he literally went all in. Like he didn't just like go all in with his money. He went all in with like his time. And that to me was like, fuck, like what are you fucking doing? Like if you really believe like this is like the thing, like, you know, and if you can support yourself to sort of go all in, and you think that there's like a positive EV in doing so, then why the fuck wouldn't you? And like he was doing it to the point where like he was joining DAOs, and he was like, you know, getting deep into the discords and stuff like that, and actually working with teams. And like, man, like there is so many ways that you can add value that isn't just like buying and selling a coin. And doing so gets you exposure to certain people and certain opportunities that you probably wouldn't get if you just like scrolled Twitter a couple times a day and like aped into some random shit. And I think that's where those outsized opportunities come from, is like being able to connect with people that are sort of higher up on the totem pole of the bird shitting totem pole.
100%.
And getting in early enough, because that's where the opportunities are, right? So
prime example of that was I met Control in Tokyo. Really cool guy. He was with like Hentai Avenger and all them. Met at a rooftop bar. Anyway, he started just DMing me on Twitter a few times. And then he said, "Oh, I'll add you to this Telegram. There's like a couple of us in there. There's only like 5 people at the time." And that's sort of how it's sort of how I just, you know, stumbled upon Pandora, chucked a bit in. So like these are the sort of opportunities that you can get in crypto, just by like speaking to people. Like at the start, you might not think anything of it. It's like, oh, pretty cliche, just, you know, networking. It's pretty cringe, whatever. But if you're in the right groups, if you're with the right people, eventually you'll find the right people in the space, and
For sure.
for
I don't
sure.
think
eventually
I
you'll
would
hit a
have made
lottery
anything
ticket.
anywhere near closer as I would have if I haven't been around
Oh,
you guys.
dude! If
I was just gonna say the same thing.
I'm the same. Yeah, if I didn't speak to you, like if I didn't see like Wonel on my timeline, a few other penguins on my timeline, I wouldn't have bought a penguin. Like I definitely wouldn't have got one, and I wouldn't.
Anything.
Yeah,
So much.
Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
have missed.
yeah,
For sure.
100%. It
You
helps to just
started
have a
the tier. You definitely sparked my
Yeah,
interest.
sticks.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it, but like a few of you boys also were like considering it. I think this is the thing. Once we all band together and like we all have a common interest, and we're all pretty like sound dudes, it just makes it even better, because then everyone gets in on it and we all print from it. So
Makes it a lot easier to hold.
yeah, it makes it a lot easier to hold as well, considering like there's other people with it. You're not just like the only one. And if you lose, you're the only loser. You know what I mean?
It also
it's
makes it a
good.
lot easier to cheat too.
The one caveat I'd probably say to this as well is that, and this is just me trying to like take a bit of a step back, but I think there are a lot of people out there that are trying to make the most of this opportunity that is present, that work particular jobs that require a lot of their times that are actually valuable to society. So I'd also say there's like no shame in, like, I'm being serious.
No,
Like
you're
there's
right.
no shame in like getting in and out, right? Like,
For
because
sure.
if you understand that there's a really big opportunity here, like that's amazing and you can encapsulate it on it. But there's also people out there that like want to support you and see you do well, that are like hoping you make it out alive. So there's like really no shame in like trying to maximize your time here, and then making sure that you can like live to tell the tale and actually have something left over at the end of it. So I've got massive respect for the people that go all in, but the other ones that are like, well, I work as like a nurse or a doctor, or I work with people that are at a disadvantage, and I know where I need to be to provide most value, but I'm also not going to pass up on this opportunity either.
100%. I think I was speaking to a few people in my friend tech Twitter group chat that I made with them, and a few of them like have families and stuff like that. So their situation's obviously completely different to mine, because I'm in my mid-20s, and like I have no like no girlfriend, no like outside payments that I need
Lucky
to
man.
do. So yeah, no, lucky, but yeah, I mean, it's not how you want to end your life. So you eventually want to make the next step. So it's like these guys obviously have completely different situations. So like for me, I'm comfortable just like going, retarded mode, left curve, like holding these coins. And if they do go to Valhalla, they go. But like I know a lot of people can't do that. And that's why there's always the statistics out there when there's like a recession. The people that dump at the bottom are always like the middle-aged fathers and stuff like that, because they literally can't afford for like them to lose any more money.
For sure.
So it's like it's hard to, obviously, if you're like, you've got a family and stuff like that, and you have to sell when you probably feel like it could go higher, or you might make the right decision. But everyone's situation's different, and you should honestly sell when you feel like you've made a decent money.
For sure.
Like a decent amount of money for someone like fresh to this space, it is like $20,000. Like if you make $20,000, that's crazy. Whereas for some people, it's like $1 million. So
yeah, for sure.
It's good. Don't look at like people in this space like big accounts, like the smartest coin trader or whatever his name is, or like Donald or anything like that, who have already made millions in this market, and compare yourself to them, because you're just not gonna. It's just not a good way of it's how you end up round tripping everything.
Yeah.
So
and I'd probably just add to that, like even though I'm reconsidering my situation now, like I'm super grateful that I've had like an amazing job that's like given me a great salary, because had it not been for that, I wouldn't have had the capital to like redeploy after what I went through in like 22. So like I was able to like rebuild some capital, put in some money, start fresh, and start again, because I can't fucking leave this space. I'm addicted. But if I wasn't in the position where I could put that kind of money in, I probably wouldn't have done as well as I've done. So it's more of a fact that like I feel like people should work, or depend and make some money, and it's not something I would advise people to like just fucking go all in on if they don't already have capital available. But it's something that like if you reach a certain point in your life or in your situation where like you feel like you could change things up and still be comfortable, like that's when you got to make that risk on decision, because every Lambo begins with a choice. I just put up a little meme.
Nah.
Yeah, if there's anything
agree.
If there's anything I took away from the last bull market about my own like emotions, is that like I thought at the time that it meant a lot that I was like up bigly on whatever I decided to invest in, thinking I was a genius or whatever. And then thinking back, I think that there was nothing worse than consuming my time thinking about this arbitrary figure. And I just think that that was such a waste. Like I think the coolest thing is to just like be so impartial to what's going on in the markets, in the sense that you're not like desensitized, but you're not overly emotionally like invested in it. You're like, oh, cool, it's going up. Like I got a plan to get out, and I got a plan to get on with my life afterwards. Or, like you've got a plan to then provide value back, because like Dark highlighted something pretty interesting, which I really liked, was that when he got to wherever he needed to be able to take that step back from the workforce and then go do what he wanted to do, he felt like he didn't have too much to do because all of his friends were at work. So he decided to like go after what he actually enjoyed doing. And that's like my biggest issue with like FU money, is like I'm not a big believer of like trying to like take a step out of the system and then saying that you're too good to provide value. I just think that like there is definitely more to the number go up, right? Like, I think if you can find a way to identify what you want to do after it all settles, I think that would be incredibly healthy. To at least aim for that, and not try and get caught up with the fact that you're a genius and you've made all this money, because, like I've got mates that are struggling at the moment with funds, and, it's not like, it's a bit hard when you start getting that contrast of like, oh, like I'm making the most of this opportunity or whatever, and they're struggling, like it's kind of, it's just like not a good, you just feel guilty sometimes as well, right? Like it's just,
Yeah.
And
100%.
I had a conversation with like one of my close friends, like the last few days, and like he got into crypto a little bit because of me, like back in the last cycle, and then obviously he came in really late, so like he didn't get to like have that one sort of event that like sort of hooks you, where like you have that huge P&L day and you're like, wow, this is crazy. And then like he gave me this full rundown spiel on like all these like credit card farming strategies where like you max the points on the credit card and then like you exit that credit card and go to the next credit card and do all of that. And I'm like, bro, like you could put all this same fucking time and effort into like airdrop farming with like way less capital and do
make like
way
5
more money.
figures.
But he's like, oh, but you know, like how much money have you put in that like didn't turn into anything though? And it's just like from a risk reward perspective, it's like, and like I know this dude for a long time. It's like some people are just not cut out to like go all in on that risk, and I feel like it's essential in order to try and do anything is you have to take the risk, because buying the ETF, you know, ASX 200 or S&P 500 or whatever, you're not going to like make life-changing money on that if you're DCAing like $250 a week. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen.
I spoke to my friend about that that exact thing. He even like, I think there's a lot of normies start like with the cost of living crisis and everything in a lot of different countries right now. I think a lot of them have actually come around to the idea that they just know that they're never going to actually be rich, or like never going to actually feel comfortable. Because I spoke to one of my friends, and he knows I'm like in crypto, and he knows that I've made like a fair amount of money in crypto. And he just said, look, like I know I'm just not the type of person to like spend, you know, hours a day online, like researching these things. Like,
dude, he said the same thing
I just
to
put
me.
my money in. Yeah. He's like, I know I'm just going to like, you know, maybe have like a little chunk in for my retirement fund or whatever through, you know, my ETFs or whatever. And I'm just like, fine, that's you, bro. Like, good. Like I was happy for him. Like he like admitted what he said. It's just the nature of like the world. Like some people aren't cut out for it. Some people aren't cut out. Like I'm not cut out to do a lot of other things in life that he probably is.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas I have like a really risk on tolerance in life. So like very low neuroticism type, like probably too much risk, but you know, it pays off sometimes, I guess. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I wanted to ask you a question because you're probably more across what we just talked about in your life. I probably have this wrong, but you're prepping for an Ironman and you have a very wholesome job and you're in crypto. Like, how's your relationship?
And you made a lot of money from crypto as well.
Yeah. How's your relationship with all these different pillars in your life?
Yeah, with the Ironman and the job and everything, yeah, crypto can, I don't know, sometimes crypto just needs to take a back foot, you know. Ironman takes so much out of your mental energy, the job as well. So with my job, I do 2 overnight shifts a week.
Yeah, that would be rough.
In the middle of the week. And, you know, waking up twice in the middle of the night to do something, it just ruins your quality of life the next day. It might not feel like much, but it does. So that's why during a bull market, when everyone wakes up at 3 a.m. and checks price, the next day you feel like shit. But just imagine that.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Forever.
I feel terrible.
With my job, I love it. You know, I love waking up and helping him out at night, and he needs it. So I think I've already found what you were saying before, Swiss, finding that value add to the world. I've found that, which is great. So if I make millions, I'm still going to do that. Doesn't matter. And I think you need that kind of purpose. Like, not that there's anything wrong with going out and having fun and all that every day. And if you make 10 mil or whatever, and you can do that. But in the end, if you don't come back to adding value to the world, you're just going to follow that hedonistic lifestyle. It just gets away from you, and you'll probably end up doing it forever at some point. So you hit the nail on the head when you said you need to find that way you'll add value to the world, regardless of how much money you make.
Yeah.
And doing hard things as well, like the Ironman, for example, is something that you need. Crypto is hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard, but it's not hard in the sense that you have to grit your teeth and do something very difficult. It's difficult to find those opportunities.
Physically, it's very easily.
Exactly.
It's very easy.
You're sitting
mentally,
at home,
there's like a slight challenge, but it's not like it's not like an Ironman.
Exactly. I don't know, bro. Setting up like these 20 tier wallets and writing down all of the addresses, man.
Kills me.
That's mentally draining.
I had a little
It's definitely
hand
hard
cramp
in a
after
different
that,
way,
so,
though.
yeah.
You might,
No, it has its challenges. That's
Yeah.
99% of people don't bother. Like I know
No.
people that said, "Oh, I don't know how to make a wallet. I don't like how do I send this there?" It's like, man,
they just give up.
why don't you just Google that? But
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I
If-
wanted to touch on that a little bit. I think I saw someone post about it today, and it was like when I've sort of given up like trying to talk to like normie friends about stuff, because you go like, hey man,
stuff.
like all you got to do, download Phantom Wallet, like go here's the website, blah blah blah, and they're like, nah bro, like I need you to like hold my hand and like walk me through this. And it's like, man,
It's you're never actually going to make money if you don't do it yourself.
Exactly. And like, and not to say that like they necessarily should, because if they decide it's not for them, it's not for them, and you can't like force it down their throat. And I think that's fine. But like, you know, ultimately you've got to be hungry enough to want to like do anything like in this space. And if you don't have that hunger, then you're never going to try it. And, you know, I think some people, they have enough satisfaction in like everything else in their life that like they don't have that hunger, which is fine. So like if you found that purpose and you found that drive and everything, and you don't need anything more, then that's fine. But like for those that are fucking hungry, then like, you know, you want to push, you want to like absolutely drain yourself out of every last bit of energy that you've got, because like there's a fucking $10 million locked in your laptop and you got to get it out of there somehow. So
Very true.
Yeah, it's more annoying when people go, "Oh, I want to make money. I want to do this," and I go, "Oh, why don't you airdrop farm?" And they're like, "Oh, how do I do that?"
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like
How do I
they
do
want
that?
it.
It's like,
They want a super easy, like Andrew Tate style, like make money in one day, like effort.
yeah.
It's like those things don't exist. You can't like even buying like even people saying like I'm going to make generational wealth this coin. It's like, well, you're not going to make generational wealth with 99% of centralized exchange tokens. That like you just can't make that kind of money. Like if you buy a coin, okay, you get a 10x like on that's like a really good centralized exchange coin, like a 10x at the moment. Like I'm trying to think of one that has 10x in the last like couple months. Like maybe there's a few, but like I'm saying, it's like very.
You bought Soul back
like
in December last year.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's a few, but it's just like they're like got this unrealistic way of thinking of like you don't have to put in any work, but they think they can make all this money, which is, I mean, it's good for us. Like they'll buy our bags, but
it's because they know who we are, and they see us do it and think, oh, if this retard can make money,
yeah, it's like you don't understand. I'm not retarded. I'm autistically retarded, so that's the difference. So.
Amen.
But a little personal story. I started coaching this year, like a soccer team, just like helping out. Like I didn't ask for compensation or anything like that.
Nice.
And
wholesome
I agree.
vibe.
I agree with Z wholeheartedly that you really need to be doing stuff that you just like puts you out of your comfort zone, and it forces you to like step up to the plate sometimes. And obviously coaching and doing a triathlon is like miles apart. Triathlon is obviously a lot harder, but I just kind of don't want to be known for the person that just like was online, and because like everyone's going to think we're lucky. Like that's the other thing too.
Yes.
People are going to think that
Yeah.
you just happen to have bought this and that's why you're here. And I just like, even though it's not true, it's just like I'd rather want to be known for like not being that guy, if that makes sense from like a personal perspective. Try and do some more wholesome things. That's why I actually enjoy listening to Shay streams a lot, is because he talks about this. And it'd be good to have on the pod to have a chat about this.
Yeah, well, I did message him. He'll get back to me when he returns from hiatus, I'm assuming. But yeah, he's obviously touching grass. He's been doing that for a while, actually. So
That's good.
I think in a bear market, I'll do something similar. But obviously, I'm just trying to extract as much goodness out of this bull market that I can while it's here. You know, these things only come around. Yeah, I'm like all in right now. But you know, eventually when the bear market does come, it's. But yeah, I agree, Switch. You still got to be doing something. Like I am, you know, I still play football, and you know, I get to see a lot of a lot of people that I went to high school with, like 8 years ago or something still, which is cool because like when you get older, you don't really see any of those people. at all. So that like sort of keeps me in check. Few hours a week, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
For those who in chat, for those listening, do you guys have plans after you sell the Pico top and dump on the rest of the Brotato Capital?
Monaco 2025
That'll be a
study
Monaco.
Study Monaco
Yeah,
2025.
Monaco 2025 on the Brotato Capital yacht.
Yep.
As long as we don't Three Arrows capital it and buy the yacht and then get liquidated.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
I think we're all pretty good. We're not 10x.
We should all fall off the boat with our ledgers, though. I think that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I think like just to sum up like everyone's points, I feel like, you know, ultimately we're all trying to make money, but like money's only like one step of the equation. Like this the whole like once you get that money, what are you going to do? And I feel like you have to have something that you're trying to build towards or like do. Like for me, it's like I got my music stuff that I want to do one day, and making money's all been about, you know, being comfortable, like being able to like commit my time to it. And then, you know, doing this shit with you guys recently is like sort of awakened like a big part of that creativity side for me recently, just like with the podcast stuff and then the Pudgy Oceania stuff, like all of that, like that's the type of stuff I want to be doing. I just want to have more free time to be able to do that stuff.
Absolutely.
And I think that's
chat. The talks that we're having right now means that the market will probably nuke. We're all talking about how much money we're going to make and how we're going to spend it.
I was just thinking
going to 110% nuke, except for Tia.
I'm defending price. I bought more last night. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
It looks like they're buying again right now, though. I'm just gonna say. I know we're talking about. So you're saying who the hell is selling, but people are buying right now. I don't know.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it's because Styx has gone in with a principal size salary and just been defending the tier price.
I'm trying,
dude,
guys.
Tier's like the one green thing for the day today. So I think that's
the screenshots you were sending of the tier bid Styx. I was like, oh my god, bro.
Yeah,
single-handedly defending the floor.
I'm trying.
I loved it because he went on this like rampage on Twitter about how like he was just like bid the new shiny things.
Yeah, and then I'm like,
I was like
in the background buying even more.
The most aggressive like transactions I've ever seen. Just like fat fingering the whole time with his tweets and his bids.
Yeah.
A friend of mine messaged me when you posted on Dirk and was like, damn, is Styx really popular? People will keep talking about him. And I was like, oh, Dirk is Styx. And he's like, what? What do you mean? And I was like, is he? And he was like, is he talking in third person? I was like, yeah, that's pretty normal. It was so funny.
On my Dirk account, yeah. I was, as I said, I lasted a grand total of 4 hours on my hiatus. So, and if I do count me using Dirk, it was a grand total of 35 minutes. So yeah, it's a good hiatus.
35 minutes.
I didn't last long either. Sticks, don't worry, brother.
Yeah, me and Steve both were like, all right, hiatus.
Hiatus.
Didn't speak for like a few hours. Then I just see Z Prime.
I couldn't stay away.
Sticks, I just put up the tier chart, and like literally when you were sending those tweets, like to the DMs, like it was literally the fucking bottom, dude.
Oh man,
it's like literally here.
That's kind of scary. That's scary that it's that illiquid. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Hopefully.
Dude, how good has Prime been the last couple of days?
Prime, what a coin. I have a little bit of Prime.
Good
Very
coin.
nice coin.
Oh,
good
Andrew in the
coin.
chat just said he wants to DJ. That's cool.
That's a good, I think that's what Headtiven just said. That would be a good, good thing to do, I think.
Well, when we have a Brotato Cap event, Bunjil can be our DJ.
Yeah, 100%.
Bunjil set.
Bunjil, are you Aussie?
He wants to get his buildings license. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Bunjil's Aussie.
Bunjil's
What
Aussie?
did Pepe XBC said about building? What did he say?
He wanted to get his buildings license. I think that's really
cool.
That's
cool.
awesome, man.
That's Liddy.
Dude, I
Pepe's
saw
a giga chad.
Pepe. Yeah, I saw a
Dude,
photo
you were
of
gonna
him.
say that.
You were huge, man. What the hell?
I knew you were going to say that.
That's
buildings license.
Christ. He could build a whole building himself with those fucking pipes. Jesus.
Whatever.
Pepe's got to come for a lift. That'd be sick.
Brotato Capital lift session? When?
Oh yeah, when?
Actually, that is true. I think if I had enough free time from like not working like as crazy as I do now, I probably would get more into exercise.
Gonna get jacked.
Yeah.
I have like a little
Pepe-
setup at my house, so I do a bit, but I need to do more.
Pepe looks like he could single-handedly bring down the housing crisis. If I'm honest, he could just build so many
You could
houses.
build like 80,000 houses in like the space of like 6 months.
Dude,
On
He
his own.
looks like he could
I
just
will
like,
bankroll
lift
you,
an
Pepe.
apartment.
I will bankroll
Honestly,
you.
Pepe, if I'm building a house at the end of this cycle, I would like pay you extra to build my house.
No, I just want Pepe to build so many houses just so I can shit on the Hoomers because I've been like Chicken Little for the last like 14 years.
Hoomers.
That like
Same, I know. They're like what's called local council. Like they don't let them build extra houses on these fucking heritage fucking areas or whatever. And the Hoomers are like, yes, they can't build any houses here. Bullish. It's like fuck off.
It's just like us with
Fuck
like
off.
the like supply demand in our coins. Like when Dev loses his
Yeah.
fucking like he locks up his liquidity. It's like the Hoomers
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
yes.
That's the Hoomers. They can't build. yes. Building companies are going bust. Yes.
No
Oh.
unlocks for a year. Hell yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
no.
unlocks.
The Hoomers.
Dude,
That is one thing I hate about this country.
Small Capital just gave us like 10-bit boys. Thank you.
I love you. I love you, Small Capital.
Love you, Small.
That's sick. We got some like
Nice.
chats in the chat today. This is
14
cool.
people at 2 o'clock in the hour. I mean,
Yeah, I know. This isn't really prime time. It's very good turnout.
Even Smoothie, the DMT king, like dropped in before for
Oh, did he?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
While he's on his
Yeah.
day.
he minted
Oh,
no,
I
others
thought you said
together.
Smoothie.
no the DMT Smoothie.
Yeah, the DMD. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What a
That's
chad.
sick. What a chat.
Why can't he defend the DMT price? That's what I want.
Smoothie more.
Oh, he just gave us 25
Just
Genslers.
minted-
Absolute Chad. I fucking love you.
Stop minting Genslers and fucking put in a buy wall. This thing needs to be at $100.
Dude, $100 is fun. It's like $2,000 for real.
It's going to $2,690. There you go.
Yeah. For sure.
When we start doing the DMT with market cap of comparisons, and you're like, oh god, yeah,
That's top.
Smoothie,
That's
I'm
top.
going to NYC in a few weeks.
That's top.
Come see me. I want to get a beer with you. Yeah, sweet. Actually, I'm gonna go check out the Bob Loukas joint in New York in a couple of weeks.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
go
that'd be
there.
sick.
So what actually is it? Is it like he's
It's like a
does he have, like, a building?
Web3 builder thing.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And he runs it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sick. What the hell?
and
Oh, I would love. You should message him and just be like, "Yo, I'm here."
yeah, sick.
I watched
yeah.
that video. I've never watched
was
the
a-
Bob Loukas
Oh,
video.
that
I
was a
watched the
great
most
video.
recent one.
Really?
His
Dude,
videos are
he's so
great.
good. So good.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
first one I ever watched. The most recent one.
He's so good.
I'd be surprised.
You guys think he sounds Australian?
Oh, he is. He is. Aussie. He just moved over. Yeah.
Oh, didn't you know it was Aussie Swift? Oh, you know, like there was like a meme
Swiss.
where I would like say, I'm Bob Loukas.
Yeah. So there's a funny story there. So like when I first like followed Sticks, and then like all of that was like his account was growing, and then he did like a video, and then like
Yeah,
Shay
it was
was
like my
doing
first
videos,
video.
and then the Bob Loukas videos are coming out, and then like I went on this full conspiracy train where I actually thought all three of them were the same person.
Oh,
And,
like,
like-
yeah, because Che used to shill Bob Lucas as well.
Yeah,
Like, he used to say, yeah, Lord Lucas is like a god.
Yeah, and
Lord
I
Lucas.
legitimately thought that like Pentoshi, Che, Sticks, and Bob Lucas were all one person, and like I was going down this full train.
Originally,
Pretty good at them, though. You get them right sometimes.
originally, I did think Pentoshi was Che, but then I realized Pentoshi is Docs, and I'm like, no, I don't think it can be Che.
Yeah, and Pentoshi's he's married, I think.
Yeah,
so-
he's got a wholesome girl. As Che said in a voice message, he said, and my good friend Pentoshi has a wholesome and loving girlfriend, and I am sad and alone.
Unless it's like the ultimate like psyops.
Oh, dude. I can't.
And Penta. Oh,
That's why I need to get Che on this so like people stop. Like, I mean, I've tried to like say like a million times. I said like, I'm Aussie. Like, I'm not Che. I feel like it'd be good to actually have him on. And
I
like,
still love
people can
that
just
when you
fucking-
met up with like Hentai. Hentai was like, "Wait, you're
oh,
not Foo?"
dude, that story was cooked. So like, he's the guys in Bunny Girl. There's like 3 of them, and they'll walk in with him, and I went up to him, and he's like, "Yo, what's going on, man? Yo," and then I like had to like he thought I was Foo. Like he's like, "What's going on, Foo?" And then I said, "Bro, like I'm not like Foo." And then who was it? It was Wonk, who's like a guy in Bunny Girl. He's like, "Told you, bro. I told you he's not Foo." And he's like, "What the hell, dude?" I'm like, "Have you not seen like my YouTube?" He's like, "Oh man, nah." And I'm just like, "Oh, this is so fucking funny. Holy shit." He's like, "Dude, that was a good psyop." So I'm like, "Yeah."
That was a good sale.
That's a good style.
I'm like, "Yeah, man. Thanks. I tried."
That's what I thought for ages as well.
Yeah. Oh
I
god.
remember when I first met you at Steak, I was like, "So are you Foo or not?"
Oh, that was so funny.
Sticks.
I remember like walking into that steak dinner, and I think Tom and when I were already sitting down, and I like went up to the waiter, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just like table for James." Like, "Oh, you're on that table." And I'm
That
like,
team.
I'm like, "Oh yeah." They don't even know each other. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know them either."
Sticks.
You guys are a weird table. No.
Yeah.
You guys
That's
are
why
weird.
that's why we got to book a big table there, just to if that dude still works there, just to make his brain explode.
Yeah.
There's
Sticks.
more.
Bunjil asks, how do you know Shay, Sticks?
No, I know Shay. I don't.
He is.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
He's just a humble goblin from Texas, and I'm a in real life bear from Melbourne. So yeah.
Whiff's getting a bid. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Weekend. It's a bull market when fucking coins are like some coins go up on a weekend, like actually go up, not just fucking fake go up.
There's a particular trader coin catching a bid. I won't say what it is, but
Yeah.
Fucking
Dude.
trade ogre. I like that. Like not so fast. It's tweets about it after we were chatting about it off.
yeah,
Oh,
he
no, we
watched the-
spoke about it
he
on the
watched
last
Poad
pod.
for sure.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like,
He's one of the OG trader users. That guy.
Okay.
That's why.
Chat, do you guys have any high conviction bets that you want to share with us?
Oh,
Any
please.
bags you want to show?
We need to start getting some Brotato Capital allocations to coins.
Mm.
Yeah, you need to start buying some coins.
The Brotato Capital Fund wallet is looking pretty all right now with the
Coming along.
adding DMT to it every day.
Yes, DMT. It's done a double since like last week. I swear it was like fucking, or the week before maybe. I don't know. It was like $9, and we were just like depressed.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I've got some more
Why when you're depressed?
around there. So I was like, makes up for buying the top wick at $50.
Won't talk about that.
I've done that a few times with a few coins.
Oh my god!
Like not even
Especially
the
with
price that I
how-
bought it at isn't even on CoinGecko. Like it was the top of a candle.
Oh,
I'm like,
that was at
"Oh."
the steak dinner. I remember it was like $45.
It was like the night.
Yeah,
the
that
day
was when we
after,
were like, I was like
doing it.
so bullish on like Potter coin. I was like, yeah, man, I got so much of it. Like, I bought heaps at like 3 cents. Let's go. Oh god, fucking, it's back to 3 cents.
Beam.
Hey,
Someone likes
Beam.
Beam. That's the Pentoshi coin that he's been shilling.
That used to be MC, right?
Did it?
Koi fish farmer DMT thesis getting stronger every day. You're goddamn right it is.
Absolutely
Goddamn right.
correct.
Dude, I will fucking love it if DMT like goes past 100. I will just like, we will be so euphoric. It went.
When
The thing is with like Beam and Prime, and I'm probably mid-curving this, is that I like to chart all the gaming tokens against IMX to see if they're actually like really strong beta against the current leader.
Is IMX
yeah,
really a
like-
leader?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
Oh.
if you charted against Beam or Prime,
True. Sorry. I got so
I
burned.
I came in and was like, "Whoa, sick burn from Wonel."
Sorry,
The
I got
basis is that there will be fraud on top of the burns. Yeah, back it in. Nah, but I think like Prime will like do really well. I'm just waiting for like the it just starts to outperform like IMX, because it seems just like IMX just keeps like grinding a little bit higher, but I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, I think you could do a similar thing with like Tau and its betas
Yeah.
to see if like you're better off just buying Tau.
What do we think about this recent ETH bid? It's actually
Please go up. I have so much stake ETH.
Yeah.
I have a bias. I'm not even gonna say anything. All I'm saying is like I'm hoping it goes up. I don't even have an opinion on it, to be fair.
I know Smoothie's pretty bullish ETH.
Yeah, I don't
not
know,
the
man.
Aussie Smoothie.
I
but
mean, it could have like a hated rally. It's just, I still just don't think it'll outperform like obviously it's not going to outperform the coins like Sol and stuff, which go up way higher in a bull market. But then obviously it won't go down as low in a bear market. So
yeah,
just like simple stuff like that. But yeah, I think 3,500 soon, hopefully.
If we ignored price, like completely just ignored price, I'm really bullish ETH. I like ETH overall, but from a price perspective, I just think there's.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I get for sure. And like I'm bullish ETH just because like I have like a bias towards it because I've made all my money on chain on ETH. Like not all my money, but like my big like winners that have like done more than like a 15-20x have been on ETH. Whereas like a lot of people have made a lot of money with like WIF and stuff on Sol, so they're obviously going to be particularly bullish on like Sol.
I think like one of the worst case scenarios is that while everything currently is up against ETH like underperforms in the sense it just doesn't like
it doesn't go crazy. It keeps grinding higher.
Everything
but
else bleeds against it.
Yeah,
that's like the worst scenario I can think of, is that everyone just thinks, oh well, it's outperformed ETH in the past. Like once everything comes in or catches a bid, it will outperform ETH. But ETH just like grinds a little bit higher each day, and then everything else just bleeds against it.
I mean, it makes sense that it'll go up like with an ETF. Like it's not like a very mid curve take for it. Like BTC went up with an ETF. After the ETF, I don't really know. Like might fall off a lot, but.
Just the talk about it grinding higher just gives me like 2021 flashbacks. I don't know if you remember the price action. I'll pull it up on the screen. But
it was like really shit.
It was just like this slow, constant grind, no real pullback for like months, from like September all the way to like November 21. And then it was just like slow, constant grind down. And like I got so bullish ETH like in this area, and I was like buying IMX. I had ENS. I had like all of that, and it was like going for the full ETH rotation, and then just bled.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell with ETH. Like in like obviously in one scenario, it's like everyone's given up on ETH, so like you'd expect it to pump. But then I still like it's so when you think about its valuation. At the moment, like I don't know what it's at. Like it's in the hundreds of billions. It's like we need a lot of capital just to pump it, which we can get from TradFi, obviously.
I think the most interesting part about ETH is if you look at the Pico bottom from like 22, right? It's like 218% up from the Pico bottom, and its Pico bottom was earlier than
TradFi stocks have.
But then
Bitcoin, it had an earlier Pico bottom,
yeah. But then Bitcoin,
I remember that,
is up 235% from the Pico bottom. So it's like Bitcoin is like
Bitcoin,
like that's crazy to me. So I think like as much as I hate to say it, like Solana's already done like what has it done, like 10x.
From the bottom, like
from the 12x from the bottom.
We'll say $10. No one bought $8. We'll say $10. It's done like a 10x, 11x. Most people would have got a 10x if they DCA'd.
I can't believe I've only just looked at this now, but like I actually think that there's a catch-up trade to play with ETH now, because everything else is like so outperformed ETH.
Yeah, look, it could 100% happen. Like, I mean, it makes sense. Like, we're going into an ETF, and everyone hates. There's been like wanting to kill themselves holding ETH, like, and they probably swap their ETH out like at the Pico bottom of ETH BTC, which is fine. But
Satoshi was just asking,
it's going to be hard for it to.
What about the yield? Like, do you think like the boomers will like a
Side
yield bearing
Oh,
ETF?
they probably will. Yeah. It just depends like where we are in about 3-4 months, I reckon, in the cycle. Like if BTC keeps grinding up and we, BTC starts consolidating, we start getting alts pumping, and then it comes into a ETF approval for ETH. Like obviously that's going to be bullish. Like people are just going to jump on yield. But
do you think the ETS will be allowed to like stake their ETH for the yield, or do you think it'll be like have to be like raw?
This is like ETH? the question where it's like very, very difficult to answer because I have no idea how they're gonna do this. Like if they do approve an ETF, which I think they're gonna approve, but yeah, as you said, with like the yield and stuff like that, I don't know how all that shit's gonna work.
Conversation enough is to warrant a bid, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Doesn't really matter if it gets through.
I hate to say it, but I think I'm actually bullish ETH here. I might have to after this podcast go and reevaluate my positions.
I mean, you've got exposure to it through your you've got a lot of penguins. You've got like 50, 60 ETH worth of penguins, so that's like a pretty decent exposure. But yeah, I don't know how they're going to perform like against like the actual movie.
So ETH, so Smoothie just says Sol ETH, AVAX ETH, ugliest chats in crypto. Just one's man's. I actually, as much as I fucking hate to say it, I kind of agree. I reckon they're terrible. They look really bad.
Yeah, it's just the only reason I've got like a bit of bullishness towards ETH is like the timeline. Just like the funniest tweet was like when someone literally quoted GCR's like pinned tweet, and he's like, "What a retard!" Like telling people to buy ETH or whatever, and I'm like, "All right, this has to be some sort of like signal, like." But look, I don't know. I've just got a bunch of staked ETH, and like, look, it was fucking hard holding that shit when it was like, when Sol was like 120, 130, and ETH was like 2,300. Like, I was like really fucking getting like annoyed. That was brutal. Like, that was almost like unstaking and like fucking dumping it. But I haven't. I've still got it. And I'm just gonna fucking hold it until the ETF at least to see what happens after that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty bullish on ETH. I kind of
ironically like I was like the ETH bull like prior.
You
to,
were
like,
the ETH bull, like and then you pivoted to Solana at the right time. Now maybe you're pivoting to ETH at the right time again.
All right.
You're timing them pretty well.
I'm selling all of my Sol for ETH right now.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck! I'm not doing anything. I've just got all my staked ETH, and I've got a little bit of ETH. I've got some exposure through penguins as well, and
penguins are my ETH exposure.
Yeah, you've got a decent. Like, if you just hold one penguin, honestly, you have like a decent amount of ETH exposure. To be fair.
Penguins. Yeah, you just got to hold one.
Sorry, V1
you've got ETH exposure too with your punk.
Yeah, you've got ETH exposure.
Who laughed? Who was that?
Who was that?
Who was that? It wasn't me. It was Tom.
That was me.
It was Tom. Swiss's V1
But you can still buy a little Pudgy.
Dude, get a little.
Littles could go to 40.
Yeah, settle down.
Settle down. Hang on.
Come on, don't bring up the punks. Jesus. Bring up the littles.
I love it. Oh my god.
You could buy one of these cute things instead of that fucking ugly punk Swiss.
Cute and Pudgy.
Swiss just logs off. We're done.
I'd log off too. I'm going to.
What do I think of ETH? Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I mean, it's had a lot of bad sentiment, bad price action. It's basically been a cucked coin for like the last 3-4 months.
Well, I think if you just like, I think I tweeted this like ages and ages ago, but like it never made a bottom when FTX happened. It didn't go past its June lows.
Yeah, so it performs a lot better in a bear market. Which
it went from a shitcoin to being a major. Like it's
funny. It went from a shitcoin to being a major to like being the joke of the fucking timeline.
I think if you had to like put me in a coma for like 5 years and then I could only hold one coin, I would be holding ETH.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like that makes good Good point. I mean,
Do you mean that apart from BTC or just like fuck BTC and underneath?
Bro, buying BTC is like trying to buy a house. Like I like it as money, but like the best tokenomics in the game, hands down, is ETH. ETH has the best tokenomics.
ETH has the best tokenomics. I think BTC is just like obviously the best coin because it'll never change, and that's what is so good about it. That's why people like BTC because like the whole point of it is it like will never ever change, which is good.
But
that's
I'm
like very bullish.
I'm bearish like long term BTC like from a
that makes sense. It's like similar to gold, I guess. Like eventually it'll slow down.
Yeah, like
plateau.
Why are you bearish long term BTC? Wonel San?
Just because the tokenomics are shit. Like I understand like short term like ordinals and that have like increased fees, but like that's like short term speculation stuff. Like I just don't see a world where unless like the L2 stuff really takes off on BTC and like there's infra that gets built on BTC and like genuinely gets used outside of speculation. I just think ETH has way more moat ultimately.
So is it like fees that you don't think it can generate enough fees to maintain its security?
No way. Like have you seen like what the halving does to like the block rewards, like even this halving, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
no. Lads, I have to go. I'm so sorry. So you guys keep going for like 5, 10, but I have to go to my cousin. So goodbye, everyone.
No worries.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, Brotatoes.
Catch a deck.
Hold on, I'm just gonna throw up the AFK sticks logo on the
yes.
So like because I don't know quite much about the security model, aka with the halving or whatever. But what like for simpler terms for someone as retarded as me, what does that sort of mean?
So like basically like for me like the risk that I see is that the block reward gets like the block reward is super dependent on BTC price. Right?
Yeah.
So if BTC price doesn't do what people want it to do on the long term scale, then what will tend to happen is further centralization of mining operations, which kind of defeats like the whole decentralization like narrative of BTC. And like, if the only revenue stream, I just think about it like as a business, right? So like if Bitcoin was a business, it has to have cash flows. Like the only cash flows it gets is from like transactions, where like the only fucking transactions that you get on Bitcoin is like ultimately, moving one coin from one address to another. Like, yes, there's ordinals. Yes, there's other things that could add value. And like, I'm looking at it from like the current perspective of like where the tech is at right now. But like ETH is already doing all the things that Bitcoin is said to be able to do in the future with things like ordinals.
Yeah.
So if you look at like the history of it's going to sound corny, but like history of the internet or history of like any technology, it's never the best technology that gets adopted. It's the one that gets the most moat. And like ETH's captured that mind share for most of it already. Like there's so much that's gone into it already. Like Solana does its own thing, and I think Solana will have a place. I think some of these other chains will have a place, but like ETH has so much mind share that like I don't think you can ever erase that. And then you sort of get this thing where like, okay, yeah, we could do this on Bitcoin, but we could also do it on ETH. But then the tokenomics on ETH with the whole like the burn mechanism, the proof of stake, like all of that, like I feel like there's just so much better value accrual back to the native token than there is Bitcoin. I think like, short term like ordinals and that like sort of, shows that, there can be potential, ways to add value back to the main chain. But I just think the tokenomic design of ETH is just so much better.
Yeah. Wonel, have you ever read Bitcoin Currencies and Fragility by Taleb?
I have not. I have not.
I would. It's like literally, it's like a 6-page paper. I'm gonna send it to you. I think you'd fuck with it. I think there's points where you disagree, but it's like, it's kind of what you're talking about, like just incentives dropping off over time.
Yeah.
Because it's like people will, unless it just becomes the thing that instantiates itself as like Saylor's whole shtick is just like, oh, in the most recent like earnings call, he was talking about, now we don't have to deal with fucking claims of, it not being a currency or any of this shit. It's just digital gold, essentially. And he's like, and everyone's going to buy it and it's going to go to $1 billion. But
yeah. So I just put up like the halving in April this year where is 3 BTC per block. Next halving is 1.5 BTC per block. So 2032, it's 0.78 BTC per block. So, like, if BTC goes through this like long ass fucking sideways, after reaching maybe 100, 200k, and then like comes back down to around 60k, and like sort of ranges in between that for like the next 10 years, then like the reward's not great. For all the infrastructure. So unless like energy becomes cheaper and all of that, then I don't know. I think you just see further centralization of a lot of stuff. But in saying that, like the institutional bid and like the whole finance side of Bitcoin as like a store of value asset, then things could change. I just think tokenomically the ETH eco is a lot better, but like I fucking hate saying that because I fucking hate ETH, but like I'm just saying.
Yeah, so you're saying that like the cost to run mining rigs over time will increase, but the rewards won't be able to keep pace with it, essentially, meaning that miners will be broke and then get bought out by other miners to be like
more centralized. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, okay, I hadn't thought of it like that, actually.
Yeah. Whereas like proof of stake has a better exponential curve in terms of decentralization than BTC. But anyway, sorry, I digress. That was really fucking nerdy.
Nah, we're about it.
What else is interesting, boys? I've been staking Pyth recently. A bit more
staking Pyth. There's no reason to do so. Just do it. Not financial advice. No reasons. Just stake your Pyth.
Stake your Pyth and
buy coins that are hard to buy. Good airdrops.
Yeah, it's got. I feel like that's one of those ones that, like, if you just get it in there, I can vote on some governance shit on like the actual Pyth thing. Sorry, Pith. I can't do it.
Who says Pith? Come on.
The people themselves.
Well, they're wrong.
They're incorrect. Yeah.
Fuck
apart from that, man. What else is interesting?
So Pudgy's got a few more airdrops today. So we got, what did we get? Gains. So Gains has got an airdrop. It's a pretty cool claim thing. You just put your wallet address in and that's it. I think Gains is already had its TGE event, so it's already trading live. I think this is it. So like 29 cents. So not a lot of money, to be honest. But
can I ask a really stupid question?
Yeah.
On behalf of chat, obviously, what does TGE stand for?
Token generation event. So like it's the point.
I think you say that as if that means something to me.
It's the point of time. It's the point of time in which the token is like created and distributed. So from like
the generation event. Yes.
Yeah. So like with the Starkware airdrop that like happened, like the fucking failure. Yeah. So like their TGE event was like 2 years ago. So then like all of the vesting schedules and everything happened from the point of the TGE event. So like.
Right.
So like their vesting schedules like end now. So yeah, that's why. So there's that, and then also from a tax point of view, if you're an Aussie, those airdrop distributions, if you get an airdrop that's from a TGE event, then you get a cost basis of 0. But if it's already had a TGE event, then you get a cost basis of whatever the token was worth.
Interesting.
Okay.
So yeah, like it's a little bit annoying when you get airdropped tokens that have already been launched later on, because your cost basis starts at the higher value, and therefore,
Like if you claim the alt layer drop, it still hasn't
it counts
arrived
as
for
like some sort of income. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So even without you
Didn't we
selling
discuss this?
yeah. So even it's exactly the one that you discussed. So remember, when you get allocated the airdrop, and if it was a brand new token, then until you sell it, you don't have a taxable event. But I'm pretty sure that if you get allocated the airdrop and the token existed already, then it is a taxable event already from the point that you claimed it.
Yeah,
okay.
probably have to look at the definition of what existed means under the ATO guidelines.
Just don't give them your wallet.
Oh yeah, Koi Fish in the chat. Dime stakers might get their first one too with Avail.
Ooh,
Agree.
okay.
So if you're staking Dimension, there's a project. I've forgotten what the actual token does, but it's like Avail. If you just check it out on Twitter, it's a thing. Also, I believe it's too late now because they've done their snapshot. But Validao, were essentially airdropping to Dime stakers, like confirmed are doing so. But I think they took their snapshot like either yesterday or the day before. So if you're staking with them, congratulations. If not, sorry.
I think all my wallets are with them, so let's go.
Yeah,
a lot
very
of
well done.
But I did it a bit late, so because I wasn't home when they launched.
So it's only the Dime stakers that staked to Validao. That's how it works.
Oh no, sorry. Avail is for just Dime stakers, everyone,
in general.
And Validao, you get VDO token, which is looking quite nice at the moment.
Yeah, nice.
When was the snapshot for that?
I think they posted a camera, so if you scroll down on their little tweeter, it should come up.
Please tell me I'm in that.
Wait, who was that? Validao or Avail?
Yeah, Validao.
16th of Feb. Oh, I wasn't in for that for sure. Yes.
Yeah, it was only recent. Like it was
yesterday.
Cool.
Yes.
Here's to hoping 50 Dime is enough.
Oh yeah, I think so. Surely, please.
I think there's a few other like airdrop stuff that's like happening at the moment. The other one is the Berachain testnet. And I just pull up on screen. So PK, pretty sure he's Aussie. He posted this morning, bridge ETH to scroll, swap ETH for USDC on Ambient, pull ETH and USDC, sorry. Gets you scroll and Ambient airdrop, repeat on a bunch of wallets. So a little bit of alpha there.
Cool.
Nice. Just want to quickly highlight something I saw in the chat. Bunjil, what the fuck? Did you really get that many risks? That's insane.
What are risks?
That is insane. I honestly just can't be bothered with risks, man. Like, they're like, yeah, that's insane. Like, they were airdropped out, and it's to do with some sort of first rune token that's going to get launched after the halving, and you're supposed to move it from one wallet to the other to mine, to be eligible, to make it active, to receive the airdrop. It's kind of convoluted, but yeah, everyone was airdropped them, and they are, I think they're like maybe $2 to $4 grand each. But I don't know what was the qualifying reason to receive the airdrop. But yeah, lots of people seem to have got them. But man, getting 11 risks, man, that's insane. That's awesome.
Guys,
are you mining them, Bunjil?
OMBs are about to get orange eyes to mint 2 gigahype. Nah, sold them for 0.4 BTC, lol. God damn, wrecked. Katy Perry just posted on Instagram that she's a big fan of the new BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. It's fucking...
Shut up.
No, she didn't. She's a Fed. She's got to be a plant. Who says specifically BlackRock?
Yeah,
like that's.
Wait, did she actually?
It's over.
Did she?
Yeah.
Pull it up. There's no way.
Yeah, look.
Pull it up. What the fuck is that? Hey. There's no way she runs her own account, man.
Yeah.
That's a plant.
BlackRock owns that
110%
account
a
for
plan.
sure. BlackRock bought it off her.
Who would say BlackRock specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
ETF?
Well, they did like attract 5 billion of fucking inflows, or like
That's pretty funny.
TVL or whatever it is.
It's not funny, Tom.
let the BlackRock intern cook. He's
Let him cook.
Jesus.
God.
Why is Katy Perry posting about Bitcoin ETFs? This is not good.
Knows, man.
This is not good. That's 206 million
terrible.
people that have now.
She's the ultimate top signal for so many.
That's what is this world, man? Who the fuck posts something like that?
Even like that would be out of character for us. And
I
where
wonder how much she got paid for that.
No, because she always like tweets about crypto like back in the day.
Yeah, I know she does, but that.
Yeah. Did you see the VanEck intern from like 2021 got in trouble for like from the SEC today?
Nope.
What?
Yeah. I'll pull it up. So Nomad posted it. So SEC press release went out today. I thought it was like the recent VanEck intern, but it was like
That one's pretty good. I like this one.
Yeah, I bet she's hot. Anyway, 1.75 million in penalty charges that failed to disclose a social media influencer's role in the launch of its new exchange-traded ETF. So it was like something to do with social sentiment ETF. So it wasn't like the Bitcoin ETF or something. But yeah.
Social sentiment ETF. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. But anyway, so like interesting that the SEC is coming after like that sort of stuff like now. It makes me wonder like what happens to all of the interns that are like shit posting on their like accounts. It's pretty funny. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like there's not much more this week since we had one on Thursday. What else is there this week?
So Prime's been doing good.
There was a little NFT collection that I saw that I was like, that's cool.
Oh, that was good. I didn't mint any of those, but
0x Vinyl guy. He has like a little. He's got a couple of projects going on, but it was called The Buns, and I was like, that looks fun.
The Buns.
The Buns.
Okay.
Blatant.
I can't
shilling of my own purchases here, but but I was generally like, oh, that looks cool. Fuck it, they're cute. Don't
cheap
pay
mint's always good.
NFT thesis, and with a cheap mint, I was just like, that looks nice. And Pudgy adjacent as well, like he's a Pudgy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I was like, that looks cute. But apart from that, this week,
Coinbase had some really good earnings yesterday. So
they went to 190 or something, man.
Yeah,
Holy
they
shit.
absolutely killed. And what was really cool about the earnings release was like it was Q4, so that's pre ETF earnings, right? So like, I think like the earnings per share like estimates from analysts were like a cent, and then like they got like $1 or something. So it's like
ended up being $1.40 or something stupid.
It's like 100x like difference between that. But the funny thing was like when the earnings went out, one of the like the Squawk like news things on Twitter accidentally posted the wrong number and it made it look like a miss. They said like 500 versus 800 estimate, and then so like the algos were like confused as to like what to do. So like the price action like on the release of like the news thing was like actually negative initially. And then they like kind of corrected it afterwards, and then it like bounced like all the way the fuck up. So it was like pretty funny to watch because it was all like after hours trading. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, it came in strong.
Satoshi was just asking about the generational WELSH coin.
Oh yeah,
Z.
Doing
Could you speak a little bit about that because you put us all onto that trade?
I think Swiss was. Oh, I think Swiss was also pretty vocal on that. I don't even know who was first. Was that you or me, Swiss? I mean, I think I bought it first.
I think it was you.
Definitely the kingmaker trade on this one. But yeah, what do they want to know like about it? Like, what's the theory behind it?
Well, like I think isn't it just like it's the one dog coin that's on Stacks?
On Stacks, yeah. Community coin on Stacks.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin halving, Nakamoto upgrade. So right now it takes 30 minutes to buy this shit on chain.
It is
And often,
ridiculous.
Often it fails.
When I went to buy
there's
it,
like no liquidity.
Terrible liquidity. You can't even dump your bags even if you want to. Like if you have a big bag. Like I bought it, I don't know how long ago, maybe I don't know how long, a long time ago. In that little fat line at the start. I bought it in March last year. It's not even on the chart, I don't think.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like one of the things you could probably like take into account is obviously Stacks has been on a little bit of a tear recently. Some of the eco coins have been performing pretty well, but none of them are listed on any exchanges. And plus the Nakamoto upgrade hasn't come through. So like you could probably front run the newer liquidity that comes on chain once the transaction speeds increase.
Dude,
but
fuck. Stacks chart looks good.
I can't imagine Welsh going up in a straight line.
Hey,
right
excuse
now,
me,
but
did
like,
that.
but like if you,
Yeah,
I don't know how people actually size like ecosystem coin opportunities, whether you like hold one specifically as like a main bag, or if you just like go all in and then go out for like a 2x. I don't really know, but like I can see Welsh just like plotting along a little bit higher for quite some time until the Nakamoto comes through and until it gets some exchange listing, in my opinion. Like that's
I agree for sure. You're really making these trades to front run, as just said, front run the liquidity from the upgrade from the exchanges. It's similar to like buying coins on chains like ZK and shit like that. You're front running the airdrop liquidity. That's what I would do. If I'm buying shit on ZK, I'm buying it to front run the airdrop liquidity. Same with Welsh. I bought that March last year because Stacks was a newer coin. Looked good at the time. Like if you go back to March 2023, Stacks had a pretty nice pump back then.
Stacks is
looks good. Fuck, dude. It's almost like price
it's doing
discovery.
all right. The only thing I think Stacks of now is maybe that the Nakamoto is a sell the news event, because one of the like things that I'm trying to explore at the moment when we came back to like the idea or talk about owning like all the coins from all the narratives is that I don't know if I think everything will pump, like especially across like all the narratives that are forming, whether it's like AI, DPIN, L1, L2, or whatever it is. RWA. So I'm not sure if there's like enough to make everything go up at the same time so we can all be geniuses. So maybe there is like a de-risking event and then there's like a period of underperformance against BTC. But the L2 trade currently on BTC is quite hot in comparison to ETH, but that could easily change in the future as well. So always remain cautious with things that look vertical.
For sure.
Speaking
when you're
of
buying
vertical,
shit like Welsh and stuff, don't size too big, because as you can see from the first Welsh pump, it went giga high and then giga down.
Speaking of vertical, what do we think about Tau? This thing's been on an absolute tear.
What's it at now?
$667.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's just been like up only.
It's cooked.
It's been Smoothie the Rog from Oz. He pointed out to me that all of our thumbnails since day one for YouTube says Brotato Capital. So he was like subliminally like, it's probably been right. You've just been trying to tell everyone to buy Tau, right? And I'm like, yeah, that was totally on purpose.
None of us own Tau.
None of us own Tau.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. I can't believe that as well. I was like, it doesn't. And then I was like, oh fuck, it really does.
Other than that, Sei's EVM push, like the DevNet went out the other day.
Oh yeah, it hit $1.
It hit $1. So. Finally, Saka came back just to fucking shill Sei again.
Yeah, pump his long and then go back to sleep.
I've got a conspiracy theory that like the Sei team, whoever the biz dev is on that, is just like paid Hasaka to like constantly shill their coin.
Could be. Wouldn't be shocked. I mean,
yeah,
he switches coin every time he posts. So.
Yeah. It's like every time Hasaka comes back, it's just like some sort of pump, and it's like, what the fuck? And he like always like Pico bottoms it. He's the real cabal.
Solo. What do we think about Doge? Yeah. We're feeling like we put all our equity in and 100x long it. That's what I want to know.
I mean,
I
I'd
don't
be
know,
down to
man.
do that.
Like, it looks pretty good. Like, how long has this accumulation range been? It's been like
Don't remind me.
648 days. It's like 2 years, bro. Almost 2 years of
You know what would be
sideways.
amazing to me is if Doge outperforms Ethereum. I think that would be the funniest thing that I could laugh at for this cycle.
Fucking-
That would be great.
Did you see Robinhood in the EU listed Pepe?
It's
Did I actually?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. So I think it was Pepe and a few other tokens, TR, something else. But yeah, they listed it on the Robinhood app, which is interesting because it's like from a retail adoption perspective, like makes sense, right? Maybe Pepe has its time in the sun again.
I think it will.
Yeah, I think it will. I just don't think it will for a long time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have some iron hands to hold that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when everything else outperformed it recently over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Exactly. But if you have those diamond hands, and if you have that conviction, often your money will pay dividends.
The other thing that's coming soon
even
is the Sanko DMT layer 3 on Arbitrum. So they've had some announcements this week. I'll just pull it up. So yeah, they've got a proposal on Arbitrum Foundation, but yeah, the L3 is coming soon. So I'm super excited to play around on that when that comes out, because I don't think the L3 thing is really sort of played out much yet. So it'll be interesting to see how that all goes. Like, it's a dedicated chain for it. It's like the AVAX subnet stuff, but on ETH, which is cool. So yeah, next month, L3 mainnet.
Yeah.
I'm going to be shitcoining on that for sure.
That's going to be good. DMT shitcoining.
Yeah. And then
beautiful.
Just so if people didn't know, oh, look, they've had a little pump. But yeah, there's some NFTs, Sanko NFTs, if you didn't know already.
Oh, I literally was like doing some sprints. Look before I go do sprints. 0.03 ETH. Come back. You literally posted them, and I was like, oh yeah, I did forget about the Sakura Park NFTs. And then I come back, and it's straight up to like 0.07. I was like, ah.
Satoshi just said Sanko kart game as well.
Oh yeah,
that should be pretty cool.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
Yeah, exciting stuff happening in the space for sure.
DMT did go on a bit of a tear, so maybe we shouldn't bash it too much.
Well, like Blockrays, shout out to Blockrays because he's a mega chad. I remember when he was the green tubby and I was the purple tubby cat for a long time. But he posted about it in his recent blog as one of his allocations. So DMT was in his current, like, why is his bags my bags? Except for B.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, he talked about it a little bit on his recent blog, which is cool. I'm super comfy in it. Like I have, it's probably like one of my highest conviction plays, and has been since like the last 12 months. Has been DMT, like back when the token first came out in like June last year, a bit less than 12 months. But I've had the NFTs since like 2022. So shout out to Smoothie.
Yeah, DMT is going to be a good coin.
One day.
Very little doubt. One day. It's getting there.
The other one I had a look at the other day after our talk with Dark was Eclipse. So there is some shit that you can like play around with on Eclipse at the moment, on the Devnet, on the testnet. I think it was Satoshi that like mentioned that, oh fuck, we ran out of boosts. that mentioned that you can fuck around with the wallets on this. So yeah, there's some shit you can do on Eclipse that potentially might get you an airdrop. It looks really good. The more I've looked at it, the more I got bullish on it. Hey, I got a bunch of boosts just come through. Thank you, boys.
Nice.
But yeah, Eclipse looks really fucking sick. I think like back to like earlier in the stream when we were talking about what did I take away from Dark. One of the best things I took away was like with the whole staking thing is like trying to understand which projects are releasing that potentially will give you airdrops towards that token that you're staking. So if it's like Celestia, like what projects are using Celestia's data availability and they haven't released yet and haven't got a token yet, and then out of those projects, which ones looked really good. And you could probably do the same for Dimension at the moment and like try and look for those like teams that have been building, that have been planning to use Dimension and likely would also be planning to use Celestia, because you know Dimension's only one portion of the layers as you sort of go through the modular stack. Then yeah, find those projects, figure out which ones are the ones that you're looking forward to the most, and then once you've received them, that's the point in time that you start unstaking. So then you know you can offset, like you can get off the
I can see that. I can see that because that's when like the retail will come in and be like, oh, if I just stake this, I'll get free money, and that's when you probably want to.
Yeah, following Eclipse. When does anyone have any idea of when Eclipse is supposed to be coming?
No fucking idea. I would say this. I would say this year, probably like H2. This year. What's interesting is like the Solana Foundation has also been like supportive of them, too. So.
Yeah, it's got a crazy crossover of tech.
Yeah, it's like the best of all worlds. It's like you've got Ethereum, you've got TIA, and you've got Solana all in one. Like I couldn't imagine a more bullish coin.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And that's TIA staking as well. Do you reckon Dime, are they using Dimension at all?
No, because the settlement layer is ETH. Yeah. So settlement layer is ETH, execution layer is the SVM, and then the data availability layer is Celestia. So it's like the best of all worlds.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I have one chain like Sol when you can have three.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bullish.
Cool.
All right. I think that's probably a good place to wrap it up. I feel like we've gone through.
I think so.
Literally everything that's happened.
Shout out
in
to
the last...
everyone that jumped in the chat today. Really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, that was great.
Sure. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we will. I'll try and get the YouTube out ASAP. For those that missed
Wonel, the turnaround in the last one was crazy.
Oh my god!
I couldn't not. That was just too fucking good. I was bullish after it, bro.
Do you sleep, dude? I get up and I'm like,
I didn't sleep.
Wonel was like, "Oh, this is actually good content. We better get it out quickly."
yeah. The first good pod. Let's go.
Yeah.
No. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the boosts. Yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah.
See you all.
Bye.